Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, there's news on Brock Lesnar and Shane McMahon could happen and take place at WrestleMania 33. Let's get into the news. On Thursday's Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer said that Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, the match will be in one-off. It's going to happen because WWE has other plans for Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. What are those plans? Meltzer also suggested that Lesnar would end up wrestling SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon in Orlando next spring for WrestleMania. Now, the Brock Lesnar versus Shane McMahon angle began back at SummerSlam when Brock Lesnar F5'd Shane McMahon after brutally beating Randy Orton. Now, I'm definitely, when I saw the Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton match, you guys know how I felt about it. I was not interested in that match. The match didn't even go that long. Randy Orton, was busted open. Shane McMahon came out, and Brock Lesnar F5 Shane McMahon, and that's where I thought, that's where they're gonna have to take the angle from right there. And then Shane McMahon's going to have to wrestle Brock Lesnar because that would be the right time to have the angle and have their match would be right there. That was, boom, that's the moment right there, And it didn't go that way. So the storyline was followed up on one second episode of Raw and SmackDown, but it hasn't been talked about in 7 weeks. Nobody's talking about it. Shane's not talking about it. Shane McMahon is ignoring the fact on what happened at SummerSlam that night. They're totally forgetting about it. And in my opinion, I just disagree with WWE and I disagree with Shane McMahon forgetting about the whole situation that happened. Okay, Shane McMahon should be coming out and saying how he feels about that. How he feels that he got F5'd by Brock Lesnar. He just completely ignored it. Now, before reports came out that Brock Lesnar was going to be wrestling Goldberg at November's Survivor Series show, most assumed that we wouldn't see the Beast on WWE television again until January. Now, you guys know that Brock Lesnar is a part-timer, and he only wrestles like certain pay-per-views. He doesn't wrestle all the time. He's a part-time wrestler. The guy doesn't wrestle all the time. So he doesn't appear in the fall time. Now, also, many believe that the Brock Lesnar and Shane McMahon would take place at the Royal Rumble in January. But Meltzer is correct about the match happening at WrestleMania 33. Lesnar will be doing something else at the event. Now, here's a problem. I love Shane McMahon. I respect Shane McMahon. But here is how I feel about it. Now you guys know what happened when Brock Lesnar fought Dean Ambrose. That match sucked. That match was terrible. That match was boring. There was no weapons even in the match. I didn't care for that match. I was not interested in seeing the Brock Lesnar Dean Ambrose match. And then on top of that, you had Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. You had that match as well. And that match was good. Okay, it wasn't the greatest match, but Shane McMahon goes off the Hell in a Cell. The Brock Lesnar versus Shane McMahon match, I would definitely be interested in seeing it because Shane McMahon is a daredevil. Shane McMahon is that crazy person inside. He does crazy stunts, okay? He flies everywhere. The guy's hardcore. The guy's insane. He does a whole bunch of crazy stunts. He's a daredevil. He's a stunt devil. Shane McMahon does things that a lot of people won't do. I mean, Kevin Owens could definitely do the stuff that Shane McMahon could do. I think he could. But he's not that dangerous like Shane is. Shane is definitely outrageous insane. And look what Brock Lesnar does. Brock Lesnar is a beast. Brock Lesnar is insane. But there's no way that I would want to see the match because Brock Lesnar would destroy Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon would not have a chance against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. If they're going to have their match, then they got to make it a no disqualification. Everything goes. Make it a street fight or something. Because that's the only way that Shane McMahon can beat Brock Lesnar is by weapons and, you know, that's the only way that he could beat Brock Lesnar. Because Brock Lesnar can destroy anybody. But some WWE fans are hoping that Shane versus Lesnar match won't happen because people want Goldberg and, you know, Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I don't want to see that WrestleMania. I get it. You know, you want to see that. I get it. Everybody wants to see the long Goldberg entrance at WrestleMania in Florida. People want to see it. I get that. But I don't want to see a WrestleMania repeat between those two. We saw it once at WrestleMania. I don't want to see it again at WrestleMania again. I want to see it at the Survivor Series. That's where I want to see the match. Now, they're saying the match will happen instead. Now, Shane would be... People think that we're not going to see Shane and Brock Lesnar. I don't think we will see it. I think Shane McMahon's going to bring somebody in to have that person face Brock Lesnar. And people are thinking Nakamura or Samoa Joe. I don't want to see Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. I don't think it's a moneymaker match. I think Nakamura versus Brock Lesnar is the match that should happen. But the reason why I don't want to see Nakamura versus Brock Lesnar is because I want Brock Lesnar to put Nakamura over at WrestleMania 34 in Brock Lesnar's hometown, in Brock Lesnar's home area. Because Nakamura is an NXT champion, and I don't think WWE is going to bring him up right off the bat for next year's WrestleMania. I don't see WWE bringing him up right off the bat. You can't do that. Don't ruin Nakamura right off the bat. You got to have Nakamura be NXT champion. He's doing good down there. Let him stay down there. Don't bring him up to the main roster already. You know? So I have a feeling that WWE is going to pick up Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar for WrestleMania 33. That's what I think they're going to plan. That's what I think they're going to do. I don't see WWE bringing up Nakamura right off the bat. I still am predicting that Nakamura and Brock Lesnar will happen at WrestleMania 34. So what do you guys think about this whole thing, this situation? Do you want to see Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33? Do you think if the match doesn't happen, do you think that Shane McMahon will pick somebody to you know, help fight Brock Lesnar and Shane McMahon won't wrestle? Do you think it's going to be Nakamura or do you think it's going to be Samoa Joe? What do you guys think about this whole thing going on between these two? Do you want to see the match between these two? Between Shane McMahon and Brock Lesnar? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Hit that like button for me as well. And also subscribe to the channel to get more episodes here, guys. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next show. Don't forget, the article is in the description for you guys below. Go check out the article for yourself. Until then, guys, I'll see you on the next show. Subscribe.